welcome to Toad TV.
I have turned into a cat. It is my one joy in life, or my one wish in life, to turn into a cat. Good morning, everyone. Cheers. Welcome to Toad TV, the real version. Tabitha is now behind Helen on the chair. We are both having red zinger tea.
Oh, it's so good.
It really is. It's perfect. Especially since it is very blustery here today. Not so much rain or anything like that, just very, very windy, but cold.
And chilly.
It's chilly. So, all right.
Since it is May 21st, I refuse to turn on the heat.
Yeah. So,
I am very pink today.
You are.
I think maybe time to stop. Oh, well.
It looks good. Yesterday was going to be our Epic Dye Day, and then that didn't happen. Here in Beach Haven and on the island, they flush out the hydrants twice a year, once in the spring, once in the fall. And they give you a week where it's going to be between the 18th and the 24th of May, which is great.
Which means whatever day you decide you're going to do your Epic Dye Day and you need tons and tons of water, that'll be the day. You just lie down and make yourself comfortable back there.
So what we decided to do was, throw our hands up in the air, yell plot twist, and roll with the punches. So we got a lot of packages out.
That's so today is the Epic Dye Day.
Yeah. We got everything that we dyed on Sunday, twisted and tied, and most of it is out. So we are going to go ahead with the dye day today and get as much done as we possibly can. So we do have some questions. Did we introduce ourselves? I can't remember.
No.
All right. I am Mary Beth.
I'm Helen.
And we are the creative hands and minds behind Toad Hollow, where we dye yarn and make bags. We have
Which you may have gathered from the whole Epic Dye Day discussion.
One very lippy dog who has decided that she needs attention right now. So we have some questions, and I'm looking at the racks behind us that are getting slowly emptier and emptier as we're sending stuff out. We have to fill them up again. All right, questions. We have questions. Kathy Clark says that she loves that Amanda Adamson's working with chemo caps. She says anyone needing and going through chemo deserves special yarns and colors to make them feel and look super beautiful and handsome. Can you please ask her for a suggestion of patterns they have found that fit the need? She'd love to knit some caps for the chemo patients near her. So, Amanda, if you could give us, if you could either leave a comment or send us an email with a pattern that you like for the chemo caps, we'll pass it on to everybody because I think that's such a nice idea. Okay, Kathy Moses says she loves yellow anything. And Laura Nelkin has a pretty quick t-shirt pattern, the novelty sweater that's made in DK. So we had a couple of people leave us comments with suggestions. So Christine, these are for you, or for anybody else who wants to make a t-shirt sweater with a DK. So there's the novelty, it's novel dash and then capital T sweater. Then Joanne Schollard says that she is knitting using the Knitter's Handy Book of Top-Down Sweaters by Ann Budd. It gives recipes for sweaters in many gauges, sizes, and options for neck and sleeve style. And so she's doing a DK weight summer tee that she created herself out of this book.
I've heard great things about that book.
Yeah, Ann Budd is really like one of the top. Julie Cooper says The Rift by Jacqueline Cieslik works fabulous in DK. Lydia Joy says Anchor's summer shirt, Anker summer shirt, looks like a fun summer top pattern for a DK weight setter. And somebody else left a link to this one. It's the Gemini by Jane Richmond. I took a picture of it. So it's Gemini.
One's beautiful. That one calls for a cotton linen blend, but I'm pretty sure you could do it in our the merino
Right.
It's just going to drape a little bit differently than it looks in the shot.
Yeah, but I thought that one was
Yeah,
really,
because
really
it's got
pretty
some
too.
really pretty details.
Yeah, so that one was an example too. So, all right. Karen Francoeur says, do we think the Joy Sock Toad held together with Joy Hairy Toad might be too bright for a love note?
It depends on how much pink you like. It's going to be a very pink sweater.
Right.
I mean, you can, what's, with Elle, the movie?
Oh, Legally Blonde.
Yes, you can have your Legally Blonde moment.
Yeah.
But we were thinking maybe like Bibbidi, which is the very, very light pink.
Right.
In using the Hairy Toad with Joy just to tone it down a little bit. Or any of the grays like Crawdad.
Or Spectre,
Spectre.
which would be a very, very light gray.
Not Illusion, because I think that'll dirty
Joy,
because it's too dark.
And also the green is going to throw.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I think Bibbidi would be a great one to do, and Spectre would tone it down.
And Crawdads too, because it's got the peach. So
right.
every so often you'll have the peach to go in with the pink.
Also, New Jersey Beaches would be great because that's more of a sandy tone, so that that would give it a lighter brownish base.
Right.
To tone it down a little
And
bit.
if any of the ones we've mentioned do not have the option for Hairy Toad, just shoot us an email and we can send you an invoice, because we haven't added Hairy Toad to all of the colors yet.
Right. Okay. Darcy says, hi ladies, wondering if you're still making masks. Maryland kind of took over everything, so masks are on the back burner right now. We do have the materials to continue if we choose to do so after this is done, but for right now we are focusing on getting everything done for Maryland and getting it out.
Our friend Heather is making them, so Heather, leave a comment with your Facebook page so people can go buy them from Heather.
Okay. All right. Yolanda says she's working on her Into the Woods shawl and was wondering what happened with this knit along or crochet along and what is the time limit. There is no time limit because somebody finished hers. Somebody else has not finished theirs. I wonder which one of us finished hers. Okay. So just in case you're wondering. Continue on. We haven't done anything with it. We will go back to it, but we haven't done anything with it recently. So just carry on.
Yeah.
Make it work. Can we show what we mean as an example of a tonal? Okay, perfect.
A tonal is almost solid, but it has still bits of the natural wool showing, and it's almost a gradient of the color, because you're going to have different shades of the color in the one skein of yarn. So this is some pig, and you can see there are bits where the natural still comes through. There are bits of very darker peach, and then you have lighter peach. So it just kind of gives you a tonal of all the tones of the color.
This is Acorn, which is another example of a tonal.
And you can really see where the natural comes through on the green. So it's more of a wash over the yarn as opposed to a complete deep soaking saturation of all the color. And we're much more, our color palette lends, for our preference, more to like a watercolory water bath as opposed to the deep saturation, though we are starting to come out with some tonals.
Right.
Not some.
That are closer to a solid.
Semi-solids.
Right. Okay, Madeline says, do you think, well, this is a very good tie-in. Do you think you might ever dye gradient sets or individual gradient sets? So, yes, we actually did 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago we were doing it?
Yeah, we were really playing with it and we weren't
happy with the way it worked,
right.
But we got a more precise measuring set so that I think it would be a lot better now trying it.
We're also a lot more comfortable.
Right.
In what we're doing. So, and accepting that, this is the way we do it.
So there might be. We're not sure, just not right now. Martha says, on a totally different note, did she miss the book review for April's book, The Nightingale?
So see how I finished my shawl?
Yes. She spent all her time knitting, and I read. I finished the book.
Yeah, I'm about 2/3 of the way through.
And once she is finished, then we will definitely be doing a book review because we both liked it very, very much.
Yeah.
Well, I did. You're still finishing, but
Oh yeah, no, I'm really enjoying it. So
it's a good book.
yeah.
It's a very good book. Okay, Sally's Backyard says she's looking for a colorway to pair with the Crawdads and was wondering if some pig, specter, or illusion would be good choices. Also, when pairing Hairy Toad with Fingering or DK, holding to the two strands together, do the yardages of each yarn need to match? It seems logical that they would, but I've not worked with lace slate yarn.
You would think that they would, but they do not. You only get about 300 yards on either the mohair or the Surrey alpaca, and it just lasts and lasts and
Yeah.
lasts. I mean, I would go into a project thinking that I would need, 1+ of mohair to go with a 400 yard skein, and I have more mohair left than I do of the 400 yards. So the mohair lasts longer. But here is Crawdads.
Okay, and here is Illusion.
Right, just for illusion does not work for us. The grays are wrong, and this green, to me,
It throws it.
it throws it. But if you do it with Spectre, or this is Standing Stones, which is slightly darker than Spectre, that looks really, really nice.
Yeah.
That's the right gray, and Spectre is the same way. And then you have some pig.
Which is beautiful.
Yeah. And we also really like Acorn with it.
Thought that was very pretty. And then there's also Cinderella,
Oh, right, before I start doing threes.
which I thought looked really, really nice
Yeah,
together.
because Cinderella has the silvery base that Crawdads has, so that it's just, they would blend so well together.
Yeah.
And then if you wanted to do threes,
That's really
that's
pretty.
gorgeous. And then this is the one I love. The Acorn, some pig, and Crawdads. I just think those are gorgeous.
Yeah.
So
Pink
you
and
wanted to do
green.
4.
Okay, that is the extent of my questions for today.
Okay, so we have to go do our epic dye day.
Right. Just one more thing that because I can't just leave it. I just finished reading an article this morning in Vanity Fair that they are doing a remake of The Stand. I was telling Helen about this. The Stand is a book by Stephen King, an exceptionally good book by Stephen King about the outbreak of a virus
Pandemic.
that wipes out 99% of the human population, and what happens when the 1% that's left try to rebuild.
And this is one of the few Stephen King books that I will read.
Yeah.
Stephen King is a page turner, so that I know, and I don't like jump scares. I don't like horror, anything like that. So I will not read his other books because I know he is so good that I'll just keep reading.
Right.
One of us in the room read Pet Cemetery in an old
Nope.
house. No? Salem's Lot?
Salem's Lot.
Salem's Lot in an old rickety house on an empty island all by herself.
That would be me. I had the imprint of a cross on my hand for 3 months because I slept with my cross in my hand.
However, The Stand is just a really good page turner book.
Yeah.
If you're slightly concerned about what's going on in the world right now, don't read it. If you ever want to go through the Lincoln Tunnel again, don't read it. But it's a really good book.
It is.
And they did a fairly good job the first time they did the miniseries in the 80s.
94.
94?
94. It
90s,
was
okay.
1994. And Jamie Sheridan as Randall Flagg was
So good.
really good.
I see him now on the old Law and Orders. I'm like,
Yeah.
I like it.
However, Alexander Skarsgård is going to do Randall Flagg in the new one, and Whoopi Goldberg, who fought to be able to do Mother Abigail the first time.
Oh, did she really?
It was Ruby Dee who got it.
Okay.
But she is going to be doing Mother Abigail in this version.
And did you say that they had gotten almost all the way through and then Corona happened?
They were 4 days away from the end of shooting when they had to shut down because of the coronavirus. So, very apropos.
I think appropriate.
It's going to be on CBS All Access in the fall. They're not exactly sure when they're going to release it, but it's going to be a 9-episode thing. And it's going to... Stephen King rewrote the ending. And it's going to be the ending of the miniseries.
Oh, okay.
So he is involved in this. So yeah, no, I think it's going to be... I mean, we both really, really liked the book. And we both very much enjoyed the
I read
miniseries.
it such a long time ago. I was saying to Mary Beth when she was telling me about it, we got to see if it's on Audible, because that would be an awesome Audible, I think, if you've got the right person.
Yeah, so if you're into that kind of thing, The Stand is a very, very, very good book. But I was very interested to see that it's coming out, and I think Alexander Skarsgård as Randall Flagg is a phenomenal choice. Yeah. I think that's going to be good. So we're going to have to see. But, okay, that was my tidbit for today.
Okay.
Read The Stand.
Yes.
There you go.
Or don't read The Stand.
All right, we are off to die. We will talk to you tomorrow, and we'll see how the day goes, right?
Yeah. Have a great day, everybody.
Have a good one. Bye.